So how do you get the plants into the herbarium?
When we're out doing our inventories or we have a plant that we're asked to collect to document its presence in the location, we go out and we will take a piece of the plant. This one here is a Christmas fern. I'm going to look for a frond, which is a leaf that has the reproductive structures showing. And I'm going to just take this one frond carefully. Once we have our plant sample, we need to press it. We're going to use this plant press to help us apply even pressure across the entire leaf so it doesn't wrinkle. The plant press is made up of 2 wooden boards, some cardboard, some blotting paper, and blotting paper really is just absorbent paper. We'll use this foam sheet to help us apply that pressure evenly, and we will have some straps to pull the whole thing tight when we're done. Let's start with 1 wooden board. We'll put 2 cardboards on top of that. 1 piece of blotting paper. And then we have a piece of newsprint. You can use any newspaper. And we're going to write down, this is Christmas fern. And we collected it on October 2, 2023. We are at Royal Botanical Gardens in the Helen M. Kippax garden. And we'll write garden as well because that is what the habitat that we collected the plant from is. So, open that up. We'll put our fern frond in there. And we want to show the reproductive structures, and we want it all to fit. So I'm going to bend it like that. And then we'll close the newsprint, and we will also make sure that everything gets opened up nicely, because you want it looking exactly how you want it to be when it's dry. There we go. I'll put a second piece of blotting paper on top. I'm going to use this foam. More cardboard on top of that. If you have more plants to press, you can just keep on stacking them. We'll put the other board on top of that, and now we're going to use these straps to tighten it all up. Have the buckles facing in opposite directions so that if one strap loosens up, the other one will be better able to pick up the slack. We'll tighten it as much as we can. And then we're done. We can put it in a drying cabinet, or you can put it anywhere where there's air circulation and it's a little bit warm.
How long do the plants have to be in the press?
It depends on how juicy the plant is. So this fern will be done in 2 days. But if this was an aquatic plant, it might take a week or 2.
Can you tell us a fun story from here in the herbarium?
I can tell you a fun story about collecting a plant. And this plant was giant hogweed. This is an invasive plant where if you get the sap on your skin and you're exposed to sunlight, you will get a terrible burn that will last for months or years. So we put on hazmat suits and collected this specimen.
Wow, that's a massive plant. It kind of looks like Queen Anne's lace, doesn't it? Why did you have to gather such a large plant?
It does look a lot like other plants. Queen Anne's lace is one, or one carrot, and cow parsnip is another one that it looks a lot alike. It has this giant cluster of flowers that are white when it's blooming. And people sometimes will see one of these other plants and they'll think it's the giant hogweed and they'll worry about it. So I wanted to collect a plant and press it full size, which this is cut in half. You can see it's cut here, but just imagine this piece on top of this piece for the full size of the plant. So I wanted to show people what the plant really looks like with the real plant in a way that would be safe for them. When we collected it, our safety was our primary concern. So we wore hazmat suits and safety goggles. We were fully dressed to avoid getting the sap on our skin. And we also brought along garbage bags so that we could wrap the whole plant up. And then when we put it in the truck to transport it, we wouldn't worry about getting the sap on the truck. And it would help us to avoid spreading the seeds accidentally as we were walking with it. Now, we also had to cross the street to get to where we were parked. So when we walked out of the forest, there were cars slowing down, clearly wondering why there were people walking out of the woods dressed in hazmat suits, carrying shovels, wearing safety glasses, with a 6-foot-long bundle wrapped in garbage bags. So if you ever see us looking like that in the future, just know we're just collecting tall plants.
That's so funny. It's good to know that we are just transporting our lovely plants around in our garbage bags. Is there any final words you'd like to share with us today?
We're in such a rich zone of plant diversity here in Hamilton. We're lucky to be here. Get outside, explore, learn the plants. It's so much fun.